Hello, everyone. All right, this is awesome. All right, well, looks like everyone is here. I'm going to get started. My name is Rachel Cilio. Welcome to our August Nutrition Talk, Beginner's Guide to Meal Prepping. I'm one of the coaches here at Cow Harbor CrossFit, and I thank you all so much for coming tonight. We have a very special event. We have a sponsorship that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. So, talking about meal prepping, I'm a really big proponent of this. I've been doing this since I was in grad school, and let me tell you, I've got my meal prep down to a science. This is a habit that if you can commit to, it will save you so much time, energy, money. It'll leave you feeling more confident, more in control of what you're eating every day. So, for many new clients who are starting out in nutrition, their journey starts with the crucial fundamental habit, and that is meal prepping. So, a little confession, this is something that I still kind of struggle with. As life changes, your meal prepping schedule has to change as well. I've have a lot of go-to grocery items and meal prep plans that I have, but executing them is another struggle. So there are constant obstacles occurring from my day to day, like a opinionated toddler running around the house, being 6 months pregnant, for example. So life is changing. Ultimately, though, I like to think about it as this is our choice to manage those changes, and you can either use it to relieve stress or you can add to it. So I think of meal prepping as relieving some of that stress. So tonight we're going to discuss 5 easy steps to meal prepping. You'll also find out who our lucky winner is from our sponsor, Selena Morehouse. She created her own meal prep business called Plan to Prep, and it has taken off. I plan to use her postpartum once my freezer stash runs out. So I'm super excited to whoever gets to experience her delicious foods at the end of this. All right, let's get started. So, to circle back kind of to my confession, as I stated, I knew the right foods to eat, but I wasn't always making it easy for myself to make the right choices. So, here are a few examples. A long day at work, you're running errands, the last thing that you want to do is figure out what's for dinner. Example number two, you get home and you forget to defrost your meat. I've done this so many times. Then you end up skipping out either on the meat or maybe you skip out on the vegetables because you don't have time to chop up. I've been there, done that. This leads to an easy mindset shift of let's just order food. Let's just get that frozen pizza in the oven. It's easy, it's safe, so we want to try to avoid that mindset shift. So let's start with number one. Let's pick 3 staple recipes that look good to you. People underestimate if it looks good, you're going to eat it, right? So, step one requires a little bit of research, but this can be the fun part and you will get better at it. So, it'll save you more time as you do it. So, imagine if you've planned for, let's say, one breakfast, 2 meals that focus on a protein, and one starchy side dish. Not only are you going to have really yummy foods to look forward to, but it's going to be easier on those really busy days when you just don't have the time or energy to think about meals. So, front loading some of the work will make your very future self happy. So, how do we do this? If you aren't sure where to start, take a look at some of these recipes after our talk. I'm going to send these to you. Every one of our clients gets a full website access to these quick and easy meals broken down into categories, but I'm going to send some of these to you guys. Let's look at a few of the favorites. There's Amish oatmeal that's easy to make, always a fan favorite. You can make a lot of it too. You can add in anything that you want nuts, seeds, fruits. You can add milk to enjoy it. If you like eggs, you can make egg muffins. This is a really big staple at my house. A great go to breakfast. If you're rushing in the morning, you just take it and go. Overnight oats is also a really great choice because you can just pack it in a little container, put it in the fridge, and then you're good for 4 or 5 days, even. Next, you're going to choose two proteins. So, proteins has always been a really big barrier for a lot of people when it comes to mealtime. And the reason being is because it takes the longest to cook. Add in that extra defrost time, you forget about it. So, having proteins will already having them pre-chosen will make it a lot easier for you to make that right choice. So, what if healthy options become as convenient as those processed foods, right? So that's what the whole point of meal prepping is making it just as easy for yourself. So, I really love the crock pot for my proteins. You can walk away, you can do other things while you cook. Plus, it's really easy to get an entire week's or a couple days worth of protein if you want. You could do pulled chicken, pulled pork. You could do shredded chicken and throw it on salads, tacos, wraps. Another good one is meatloaf muffins. That's also a really great lunch. You can pack it with veggies. If you're someone who gets a little skeeved out by cooking your meals 3 or 4 days ahead of time, I know some people do, you can either pre-season your meats and divide them up into freezer Ziploc bags. I did this to prepare for postpartum the first time around, and it was really such a game changer. I had months worth of pre-seasoned marinated meats in my freezer. So my husband and I, we would just take it out, defrost it, and then it would be ready to grill or put it in the oven. We didn't have to do any other, things in between. All right, so last you're gonna choose your starch. This is can be an always a good favorite for people. Some of my go-tos are sweet potatoes. You can cook them in a million different ways. Brown rice, quinoa, couscous, whole grain pasta, you name it. It's pretty easy to do for those starches. So, as you start to pick out your recipes, remember though to take inventory of the tools that you have in your kitchen. So, one mistake we see is not being efficient with your time because you're constantly waiting for one dish to finish before starting with the next. So, here's an example for you. If you have one crock pot, which normally everyone does, you won't pick out two crock pot meals to make for your meal prep time. So imagine if you had crock pot chicken going, the egg muffins, and Amish oatmeal in the oven, a dish on the stove like egg roll in a bowl that takes maybe 15 minutes. Not only will you have a full fridge of meals for the week, but you'll have this all done in a time efficient way. And it's not going to take you all day. It's going to take you maybe 1 or 2 hours. So our top favorite tools in the kitchen are a large mixing bowl. Definitely have to have one of those. A crock pot. Love the air fryer. That's always really easy for proteins. A muffin tin and roasting pans. That's a big favorite of mine. All right, step two, plan your staples, snacks, and veggies. So once you have a few recipes made, you can pair these veggie staples with a complete meal. So maybe you're a big fan of roasting broccoli at dinner, or maybe carrots with bell peppers, hummus at lunch, with pair it with a meatloaf muffin. So when you start with your staple veggies that you know you enjoy or your family enjoys. You can be adventurous with variety when you have this consistent habit, but I wouldn't go crazy right now if you're just starting off. I've made this mistake when first starting meal prepping. I did all of it, all of the variety of vegetables. I was spending like 4 hours in the kitchen on a Sunday. This does not have to be the case. I'm also a seasonal veggie cooker, so I like my veggies cooked in the winter, like on a sheet pan in the oven. But in the summertime, I kind of like my veggies raw. So know what you like. This is a part of the process. I'm not going to personally roast veggies in the summer because I just don't enjoy them as much. So let's talk about balanced snacking. This kind of goes to the wayside a lot, so don't forget about this. They're very easy to grab processed snacks in the pantry. So instead, plan out some fruits like apples or bananas. Have your favorite nuts or seed butter, maybe grapes, some almonds on the side. Again, having these options already easy to grab will help you choose more of those helpful food options throughout your day. I find in my house that as soon as I get home from the grocery store, you wash, dry, cut your fruit and veggies, put them in a clear container, and they will not be forgotten about. If you have a busy day, a few examples that I really like are Greek yogurts for snack, RX bars, perfect bars, turkey jerky with fruit, some deli meat rolled up in avocado, bell pepper. So have those ready to go. And you should kind of be treating your snacks like mini meals, meaning that they should have a balance with carbs, healthy fat, and protein. So maybe if you think, oh, I didn't really get that much protein at breakfast, make sure for a snack you grab deli meat, turkey, something to kind of add that protein in. Number three, do an inventory in your pantry and refrigerator. So, have you ever gotten excited about a meal? You're ready to go, and then you realize you're missing an ingredient. Or if you've ever just gotten home from shopping and you forgot one specific item. So this can be really frustrating. It can cause you to lose motivation choosing more convenient processed foods. So one easy way to avoid this is by doing inventory of what you have and what you will need for the week, using those staples you already picked out. So once you do the inventory, create a grocery list. A grocery list is something that is often overlooked, especially if we're getting just into the routine of buying the same thing every single time. This might lead to overstocking, just getting bored of what you're eating. A lot of times you end up just throwing things out. So take the time to plan first before you shop, and it'll help you stay focused, ensure what you're buying is actually what you need. A great way to write a list down is to separate your proteins, veggies, fruits, starches. It just makes things really easy. All right, let's go grocery shopping. This seems like an obvious next step, but now that we're fully ready, this is going to make grocery shopping so much easier and faster. So stick to the list is the first pro tip. Second pro tip, do not go shopping when you're hungry. Way too many bags of chips and cookies have been bought on an empty stomach. So stay focused with your list. Try to stick to the perimeter of the store. This is where you can find lean meats, whole foods like your fruits and your veggies and your dairy. Kind of avoid going up and down those snack aisles. And before you add it to your grocery list, make sure that you look at some of the nutrition labels. If you want to learn more about nutrition labels, I have already recorded nutrition talk all about that on the Cow Harbor's YouTube page. I also have resources, but you have to email me if you want those, and I'm happy to pass those along. So I do recommend you listen to that recording as well. And step number five is the meal prep process. So, how many times have you gotten all the food and then it goes bad in the fridge because you don't actually do anything about it? So, we've all done this at some point, maybe more than you'd like to admit, but a great tip is to block out time as soon as you get home from the grocery store to do your meal prep. So, it's going to save you time too. You don't have to put all the groceries away. You can just get right in from your car, go into your kitchen, and everything you can start getting everything out and getting ready for your meal prep. So it's kind of like a good rule of thumb is get that crock pot ready for the pulled chicken, get the oven started, get things heated up as soon as you get home, start rinsing, start chopping, and then you are on your way to start getting those meals in the fridge. So remember from earlier, timing is everything. So just a quick example of something that you could do is you first start your pulled chicken, put that into the crock pot, set it for 4 hours, walk away. Cut up your veggies for your egg muffins, start the oven, bake the eggs, and while those are baking, then that's when you can heat the stove to make egg roll in a bowl. That takes 15 minutes. Love that recipe. And as everything's finishing up, you can use that time to chop all your veggies for the week for snacks to put into your fridge. So if you need a variety throughout your week, here's a pretty good way to do like different sauces, seasonings, and add different complementing sides to help you feel as though you're eating a variety of foods, but you can use the same protein. So for example, if I made pulled chicken in the crock pot on Monday, I might add that with brown rice, roasted broccoli, Tuesday, I turn that into tacos or fajitas. Wednesday, I might add that into a wrap. Thursday might be like a soup casserole. And there you go. There's 5 easy things that you can eat with your turkey. We want you to feel excited about the foods that you're eating. And so while you're saving time, reducing the waste, you will start to love incorporating a variety into your foods because it's going to be easier. So that was a lot all at once. I know I try to jam pack that 15 minutes. I hope you took something away from this nutrition talk. So many people struggle with meal prepping. It's a very daunting thing, and people are a little afraid of where to start. But if you think that you might want some help, please email me, respond to my email. Everyone will be getting those recipes for tonight. Thank you again for joining. I'm going to turn it over to Louie, and we're going to find out who our winner is.
Hello, everybody. Great job, Rachel. Amazing information. Let me take on over the screen here so you can quit sharing your screen. You do that. Yeah, and then I can take over on mine. So I got the name in the list over here, as you can see on my screen. There we go. The wonderful wheel of names. And somebody's winning a wonderful prize from again, thank you to Selena of Plan to Prep, who sponsored this week's nutrition talk. We're shuffling the names up, and somebody is going to win. Do I have everybody's name? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, Linda actually repeated twice here. Ooh, Linda almost won twice. Just realized that. Hold on. Let's double check the names here real quick to make sure.
Don't put Jimmy on there. He's an obligated person. He has to come to every talk. Don't put him on there.
I didn't put Jimmy.
Me too. Take me off. I shouldn't win.
You are. You are.
Same. Why am I on there?
Wow. You guys are so
Go
nice.
Kelly and Allison. We want
Look at
members to
that.
win.
Vin, Sam, Lisa, Kelly,
I
Lynn,
refuse to cook for Allison. Take
Club
her name off of there.
Here we go. Boom. Oh, Vin. Congratulations,
Yay.
Vin.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, Vin, you got it.
Woohoo.
Selena, we'll put you in contact with Vin. Where is my screen here now? We'll put you in contact with Vin. Vin is one of our 6 a.m.ers, right? 7 a.m.ers? No, 6 a.m.ers.
6, yeah.
6 a.m.er. All right, Vin, we'll put you in contact with Selena. Thanks for coming down to our nutrition talk. Rachel and I are working on getting every one of these sponsored by amazing small local businesses. And we look to bring you more information and more wonderful prizes. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming. Vin, congratulations. Selena, thank you very much.